Book 1. When Koomin was taken from home. Way out in a galaxy called the Bowl of Pea Soup, on a soft, cozy planet named WoolWood, lived a fluffy little kitten named Koomin. He lived there with his family and friends. Now, don't imagine a regular Earth kitten. Nope, Koomin looked totally different. He was a round puffball of patchy fur, like a walking marshmallow with spots. On top of his head, 2 wiggly antennas, and his eyes, shiny black olives. That's Koomin for you, the most normal galactic kitten around. Now picture this. It was a lovely morning in the 18th month. Yes, really, WoolWood has 23 months in a year, not just 12 like Earth. Summer had just begun. Koomin was feeling happy as ever, skipping through a meadow full of galactic violets right in front of his house. Inside, his mom and dad were chatting about what to cook for dinner. His older sister was laughing on the phone with her friends.
"Koomin, sweetie, don't wander too far,"
called his mom from the house.
"Okay, Mom, I'm just going to the Jelly Ravine. I want to hear today's melody."
Koomin shouted back. "Oh, you should know something about WoolWood. It's a planet that hums its own songs, but only when it's in a really good mood. And every day, it sings a brand new tune." Koomin was almost at the Jelly Ravine when, whoosh, a fireball shot across the sky. It got bigger and louder with every second. But wait, it wasn't a fireball at all. It was a spaceship, and it was landing right on WoolWood. It looked terrible, covered in grime, with peeling paint and smoking like a chimney. Antennas stuck out all wonky, and it creaked and groaned like a rusty swing set. Koomin froze. His heart raced. That awful spaceship was about to land right on his house. His mom, dad, and sister were still inside. A ladder slammed down from the nasty gray ship, and out came some truly weird creatures. They were just as messy and scruffy as their ship. Koomin couldn't run. He couldn't scream. He stood like a statue as the aliens marched right up to him.
"Hey, look at this little squish ball,"
one growled.
"Wonder if there's more where that came from,"
hissed another.
"We can make a ton of money if we sell this thing on Square Planet,"
cackled a third, rubbing his long red fingers. Koomin thought they looked like giant dried-up maggots, just like the ones his mom made him eat in winter to keep from getting sick. Yuck! And now those giant maggots were stomping across his yard. The aliens circled Koomin. One of them held a huge net. With a swoosh and a snap, the net flew through the air. It landed right over Koomin. Now he dangled helplessly like a toy caught in a claw machine.
"Hey, you got any family or friends on this dumpy planet?"
asked the tallest alien, drooling orange goo as he spoke.
"No, nobody at all. I'm the only one,"
Koomin said softly, his big eyes filling with tears. But deep down, he knew the truth. Lots of his friends lived just over the hill. He couldn't let these space bullies find them.
"All right, let's jet,"
shouted the alien leader.
"If he's one of a kind, we'll get even more for him. Unique items always sell big."
And just like that, they dragged Koomin onto the ship. They threw him into a dark, smelly closet in the back. It stank like moldy socks and swamp water.
Yeah.
But hey, there was a tiny round window. As the ship blasted off, Koomin peeked outside. His house was okay. It hadn't been crushed. The spaceship must have just plopped down over it like a giant bowl. Through the window, he saw his mom, dad, and sister run outside, calling his name. Then, the ship disappeared into the sky. WoolWood let out the saddest melody it had ever sung. Koomin woke up to loud laughter. He peeked through the little round window. A big blue planet was floating outside. It looked way bigger than WoolWood, and it was almost completely covered in water. Koomin perked up his antennas to listen in on the space crooks.
This trip needs to be over already. I miss home-cooked food,
Grumbled one alien.
Oh, come on. That's all you ever talk about. Eating.
Another one snapped.
Yeah, one day he's gonna eat himself.
Laughed a third. They all cracked up. Suddenly, clank! A loud metal door opened. Footsteps echoed. The laughing stopped. The grumbly voice of the leader growled,
All right, fun's over, gang. We've got work.
What kind of work, boss?
asked one.
We're heading home, right?
Of course we are. It's not far, even for you.
The boss snapped.
But I just got a message. A client wants us to grab an animal that only lives on one planet, and we're flying right past it. Look, there it is.
Koomin peeked through his little window again. One alien muttered,
The computer says it's called Earth. It's got 7 big land chunks called continents.
Which one do we go to?
asked another,
Let's head to South America.
said the leader. Then he added,
We need to catch a capybara.